Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Life of Barney. Today we're at the good old crappy tire. We're gonna go check out some charcoal prices. I'm also gonna go check out some new tongs. I need tongs. I'll give you guys some pro beginner tips. Roll the intro. Alright, I don't even know where I'm going here, but I see some barbecues up ahead, so that's a good sign. If I were charcoal, where would I be? Here we go, right up ahead. Right on. What do we got here? These are the small bags here. Take a look, guys. Have a look. Royal Oak's what I normally use, but it's the 18-pound bag or 17-pound bag, whatever it is, in the lump. I bet you they have it probably at the end of the aisle. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. All the big bags. Look at this. 17.6 pound bag of Royal Oak lump. This is what I always use. What is this? $29.99. $29.99 for a 17.5 pound bag of lump charcoal of just like the generic. It's not bottom of the barrel, but it's just generic charcoal, Royal Oak. Like when I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago, I think it was, that bag was like $17.99, something like that. Like the 8, almost 9 pound bag is $16. It's almost the cost of what the big bag was 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, whatever. That's insane. That's wild. Well, it's funny enough, I'm actually here to get a gift, a bag of charcoal for somebody. I'm going to get them some Jealous Devil charcoal. Let's see how much that is. Oh dear. Oh dear. $40 for a bag of charcoal. Now, I've heard Jealous Devil is pretty good because the chunk sizes are actually more standardized. They're less random. So, I mean, the thing about lump charcoals is a pretty inconsistent burn speed and heat output because all the chunks are different sizes. But if you get a bag where a lot of them are the same size, you get a pretty consistent cook because they'll all have a close burn rate to one another and close heat output. And it's geometry and science, don't worry about it. But anyway, I know the person I'm going to get this for will appreciate it. Getting it for my dad, his birthday's coming up. It's always fun to get a nice big bag of fancy charcoal. But that's not why we are here today as part of the Life of Barney channel. You guys sit tight. I want to show you something with these tongs they have here at Crappy Tire. Alright, so I'm in the utensil section of the store right now. They got all kinds of stuff. They got all your spatulas and tongs and whatnot. But I want to show you guys some of the different tongs that are out there, and in my opinion, and a little bit of a pro beginner tip, what you might want to look for or not look for. So let's take a look at some of the stuff they have here. Alright, we got this metal set of KitchenAid. KitchenAid, reputable brand. KitchenAid, reputable brand. Everybody's heard of KitchenAid in Canada anyway, probably in the States too. Like, they have this little grippy thing on it. These are really thick. They got some good weight to them. They are spring loaded. But the thing is, like, look at the cost. $15. $15 for a set of tongs, right? How many times are you probably going to forget those out at the barbecue in the rain? How many times are you going to drop them in the mud? I would assume they must be dishwasher safe. They must be dishwasher safe. Yeah, right there. But I don't know, $15 for a pair of tongs. Alright, here's round 2. MasterChef. This is the house brand for Canadian Tire, MasterChef, I think, anyway. Soft grip locking tongs. Look at the size of these things. It's like 1.5 feet long. I gotta ask you guys, if you're a pro beginner, what do you need? What do you need 1.5 feet tongs for? You don't need tongs this long to reach the back of your grill. Just a standard set of tongs is all you need. Like, this is excessive, and it's 13 bucks. Here's what I don't like about this style of tong. You have to push the little lock here. You have to push it in to unlock the spring. But the problem is, while you're holding the tongs, the lock is going to hit your wrist, and you're going to end up locking them shut. It happens all the time. Or if you have even the slightest angle, that little lock tab, this thing right here, it's going to slide back into the tongs or out of the tongs and either lock them shut or keep them open when you don't want them open or shut. Whatever it is, Murphy Law states, it's going to do the thing you don't want it to do. Not to mention they're 13 bucks, 1.5 feet long. You don't need this. Here's another example. These ones, 10 bucks. We're coming down in price. This is the size of tong I like. It's about a foot long or so. But what I don't like is they still have this locking tab on them, and they got the plastic tip on them. You know what these are good for? If you're doing something in your slow cooker or some kind of non-stick pan and you need to not scratch the surface. But don't be using this stuff on your barbecue. Even if it is rated for high heat or heat resistant, don't use this on your barbecue, guys. And 10 bucks, I mean, come on. 10 bucks. Give me a break. You know what? I have an idea. We're going to go on a little trip. We're going to go to a different store, and I'm going to show you the kind of tongs that I like to use. Hopefully they have some in stock, and I think it's a price that everybody can get behind. Let's go. Dollarama! Alright, we're here at Dollarama. Right when you walk in, depending on your Dollarama anyway, they got a whole selection of all kinds of kitchen utensils, and they stand out right away for $1, maybe $1.50. Let's go check them out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at that. $1.50. Metal tongs. Super simple. They're 1 foot long. Let's take these down and get a closer look. Here's what I like about these ones. They have this locking metal ring. They are spring loaded, okay? But what I like about the ring is all you have to do to unlock it is you give it a little pinch. Okay, I can't because it's in the package right now. You give it a pinch, the ring just falls to the bottom, and your hand stays in front of where the ring rests. So they're not going to accidentally lock on you or come unlocked, depending on whether you're holding them up or whether you're holding them down or you're reaching to the back of the grill. Because this little locking ring will always be behind your hand when you're holding it. I can't really show you a good image here. I got a few of these at home, and what I like is because they're only $1.50, I usually pick them up 2 or 3 at a time. I actually have to get rid of a couple of the ones I have at home. I've had them for about 4 or 5 years, and the spring does start to go. But I throw them in the dishwasher. I've left these things out for days on end. I've left a pair of them out weeks on end in the extreme cold, rain, snow, freeze thaw, and just chuck them in the dishwasher, and they're good to go the next time. For $1.50, guys. We don't need fancy tongs in barbecue. And the only time you need those really long ones, like I showed you over a crappy tire, I mean, if you're cooking over a big pit and you've got like a commercial smoker, or you're cooking over the fire and you want to keep your hands away from the fire, then fine. Get yourself some long ones. But 1 foot long, that's all you need, with the little metal locking ring for $1.50 at your local dollar store, Dollarama, whatever. Go get yourself some. I'm not trying to say I'm like some super pro or anything and you have to take any tips that I give you. But I'm just saying, a lot of people try and spend all this money on barbecue tech that they really don't need, or they're probably not going to use. And tongs is not where you should be dumping a whole bunch of money into. Some tongs look super fancy, but the metal's all flimsy, or it rusts, or they're not actually heat resistant. They're just meant to look cool. These $1.50 jobbies will do the trick. It's all you need. So there's your pro beginner tip for today. Pick yourself up some $1.50 tongs. That's $1.50 Canadian, which is about 50 cents American for you US folks that are watching. Just joking, of course. Anyway, look, you guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hit like if it was helpful. Subscribe if you're not. And Don't tell my parents I was smoking in the backyard. I'll see you in the next one.
Dollarama.